What'd you think of Bedlam?
That was pretty cool. That was awesome environment because we have more fans than them, so definitely makes it a lot easier to wrestle when your fans are behind you.
What is that? And I know y'all been impressed with the support you've seen. Like I think Vegas, we've heard from some of your teammates, it was cool to see the support y'all got there. But what's it like to show up on the road and see that, especially a rivalry to feel like you have more fans?
Yeah, I think it just creates a home environment, and it's like I said, it's a lot easier to wrestle when your fans are behind you and you have the support from your fans. So definitely makes it a lot easier to wrestle, calm nerves a little bit more.
How would you compare it to like Michigan, Michigan State, Michigan, Ohio State?
Yeah,
that environment.
Those are some hostile environments, but I think the fans here do it differently. I mean, they're at every duel, like you said, Vegas tournament. I mean, they're just everywhere, and it's awesome to have that behind you when you go out and compete. You're competing for yourself, but you're competing for your family, your fans. So it gives you kind of more reasons to go out and just have fun and know that you're back behind a bunch of people. So
you've had a lot of tough guys to wrestle against so far this season. Just kind of what have you thought of your first semester here?
Yeah, I loved it. I think it's good to challenge yourself. Going out there, I think people look at wrestling as wins and losses, and I look at it as go out, have fun, and learn from your mistakes. I've lost 3 overtime matches so far, so I know the coaches up there and I are working on changing some things around and just constantly getting better every day.
Jake just said that Friday was your 3rd bonus point win of the season. He said that's already tied a season high for you. Is that something that DT's kind of bringing out of you think?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Just go out and score points. If I get to your ties, I'm focused on 1-2 things during the whole match. Don't just focus on 100 different things, which definitely helped me kind of narrow down. I used to go out there and just be like, what should I do? But now I go out there and I have a system that I've been working on and just been trying to incorporate that and focus on that, and it's been fun.
Talked to David about, you, Caleb, and Dean all wrestled at the same weight last year. So we were like, in the offseason, I was thinking, well, how's this going to work out? And he said the communication was important with you guys. Just kind of, what were your thoughts going into that whenever you see, hey, there's 2 other guys that wrestled at my weight, and kind of how did he talk through that with you guys, you think?
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that DJ was going up. I could have gotten bigger, but it's been hard I've been trying to get bigger now. But yeah, so I think just knowing DJ was going up, Caleb was supposed to redshirt at first, and then me staying at 65, it was kind of, like you said, communication was big. Just kind of seeing where our heads are at. He was, Coach Taylor was, and then I've talked to Caleb and DJ about it and just kind of put our 2 cents into it, and it all worked out.
How important was having that clarity, like knowing that was going to be the game plan just ahead of, this season?
Yeah, really it's just whatever the coaches need. I trust them. They told me to go down to 57, I go down to 57. They told me to go down to 41, I try to get down to 41. I just think that having coaches that you trust and they're going to put you in the right position to have fun and succeed, you have no worries. You just lean back on them, and they got you.
David said he feels like he's getting better at coaching y'all. Just
Definitely.
He's learning. Is there anything specific that anything he feels different or does different than maybe he did when he first started?
I just think he does a really good job in staying calm and keeping you calm and keeping his wrestlers calm. In that Oklahoma duel, it was 4-0 going into the 3rd, and he was looking over at me saying stuff, and I was laughing. We were smiling, joking around, and I think just having that and having all the coaches that do that, just keeping it fun, it makes wrestling so much easier. It's just a big game that we go out and we get to kind of play chess, right? But we get to try things out, and if you lose, you lose, you win, but we expect to win, and how we want to win is determined by how we want to wrestle.
Is that unusual? You said you were out there laughing. Like, is that, this time last year, would that have been?
Yeah, this time last year, I really my love for the sport fell away, but I think coming in here just regained, and I got a whole new vision of the sport, and it's been fun. It really has been.
Now that you've been in the room for however many months now, is there a guy that you maybe didn't know a ton about whenever you got here, but since you've been here, you've been like, well, that guy's kind of a freak?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, I didn't really know a lot of the guys besides like DJ, really. I knew of Dustin. I knew he was good. I knew Caleb, obviously. But the wrestle lineup, I mean, I really didn't know anything about, and just getting to watch them wrestle has been fun. I think they're all beasts. They're all really, really good, so.
Could you tell me a little bit about what you thought about David before this? You know,
Yeah.
just like watching him. I assume you probably watched him a lot.
Oh, yeah,
growing up.
definitely. I mean, I've always looked up to him. I think he has a really cool and unique style of wrestling. He just constantly on the attack, constantly creating pressure, and that's me coming out of high school. That's what I did in high school. That's what I was in high school. And then I kind of changed in college, and kind of getting back to that, knowing that that's how he wrestled, and I've watched many videos of how he wrestled, and kind of get to experience it firsthand is definitely crazy. So it's pretty awesome.
If you went back to like freshman year of high school, middle school, and like you know, if you went back and told yourself like you're gonna get to be coached by David, like what would that have meant to you, especially when you were that young?
I wouldn't believe it. Because I mean, I'm not super, like he's what, about 10, maybe 8 years older than me. But so to see that I'm gonna get coached by a guy like my cousin's age, a little bit older, I think would tell you you're lying. But now looking back and it's happening, I'd be like, I'm excited. It'd be fun to go do that.
How did you change in college? You said you did.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I let the pressure get to me. I let a lot of outside factors and get in my head when I was wrestling in the match, and I was always keeping them close for some reason. And I have the ability to go out and score points, and that's a big focus this year. I think that I've done in high school. The first 4 years of college were slowed down a little bit, and now we're kind of getting back to that.
Is that pressure? Is that something you put on yourself, or you just sort of felt like was on you for different external reasons?
I think both. Yeah, I think I put it on myself, and there's other external reasons why.
Is that tough to get out of your head and kind of let that go?
Yeah, it was. It was definitely holding me back, and it kind of last year didn't end how I wanted, and it's part of the reason why. But like I said, this year mindset's totally changed. So it's been awesome.
Is there one thing or a bunch of things, like what did this team do, this program do to get you out of that?
Confidence, just every day telling you you're the best, you can win it, right? Once you're on your offense, you're hard to beat, you're really hard to take down, and just stuff like that, and then you just have fun. It's a big group of brothers, really, and that's, I think, definitely a key too, is just the culture here is just everyone's close, everyone hangs out, everyone's brothers, we all joke around with each other. I get to make fun of Server a little bit, so it definitely makes it fun.